Hi all, welcome to your extra tutorial of doing the data chats with your students. Data chats are going to be really important to support our students in taking ownership of their scores and to really make them feel like an agent of change. Here's a brief overview of things that you're going to have your student do. They'll fill in their name, they'll fill in their mentor teacher, that will be whoever their math or ELA teacher is. They're going to put in their summative assessment data, which you're going to provide for them using our data from Benchmark that is attached to the PowerPoint presentation. If they're only working on math, then they can erase the ELA, and if they're only working on ELA, then they can erase the math, depending on the student. For areas of strength, this is information that you're going to have to look up again on the Benchmark. Try to find something very specific that you can say, hey, you did a really great job on this. This is to support our students with buy-in and letting them know that they do have strengths in the classroom. Also, we want to make sure that they're seeing this is where we can grow and really pushing this idea that we are having a growth mindset and that we can focus on things that we need in particular. And then when you scroll down, you're going to go here. Now for ELA, all of our ELA students are going to be focusing on central idea, but with math it's a little bit more differentiated. So depending on your grade level, you're going to put in the priority standard that you are planning on working on with your student. Right here we've got our long-term goals. Again, very important. This is a time for you guys to make a goal as a partnership. You can help the students in realizing how to make realistic goals that are within range. And then after the benchmark 2, we'll have a time for you guys to go back and say, hey, did I meet my goal? Did I come close to my goal? What do I need to do differently? This is the part that they're going to be completing during tutoring. It's going to be a weekly progress tracker. There's an example line right here for the students to see what it might look like. During your tutoring session, they should be able to get some of that data and put it in here. So this example is for 6th grade. They're working on learning target RP3A, and they could either put a percent or a number correct that they got, or a overall scoring that you provide them on a 1, 2, 3, 4 scale. Action steps is going to be another thing. We really want to get our kids taking ownership again and creating action steps for what they did during the week. It could be for some of our students that just coming to school all week long, or showing up on time to your classes, completing your work. They should put down at least 3 or 4 things that they did during that week to really set them up for success. Over here is again another important thing, and you're going to want them to be able to do this independently eventually. Something that they're proud of. What is one thing that they did during their class that promotes a growth mindset or shows that they're trying to make their goals? And then again, the last portion. What do you need to do next week? What's something different that you can do to have an even better week? If students are struggling with action steps, there's a link right here that they can link and look at a couple different ones. As a data chat coach, so in your 2nd week, you're going to want to make sure that your student filled each of these out. And if they didn't, try to support them in filling them out. For your data chat, you're going to want to go to the ELA Math Benchmark and try to find some specific information. So maybe they did well on a claim, maybe they did on a particular passage, they did better than the other ones, a key detail. This is where you should be pulling your information from for your data chats. It's better to be prepared before you have the meeting with the student so that they go a little bit smoother and a little bit faster. You won't be able to prep their individual trackers first because the students are going to make them by joining our group. So our Google Classroom is Agents of Change, which you will have the students join by pressing this wonderful little plus button, and you'll give them the class code. Once they join Agents of Change, which we're going to be adding different resources to as we go along with this, they'll see that they have this assignment. And so what they're going to do is they're going to open the assignment, and it will create their own document for them, and it will be individual to them. That way you can help them fill it out as you go. All of the teachers are going to be added as instructors on this class, and you'll be added on here so that you can look at their document even when you're not in class with them. Just so that we have a quick summary wrap-up, this is the document that you will be filling out with your students. Remember, they will have to join the Google Classroom first. It'll make them a copy, and you'll fill this out with them during that initial meeting and really frame with them the importance of the document and how they're going to be taking ownership and using it without you to prepare for your meetings with them weekly. You'll have to do a lot of the filling in of these different areas. And so a little bit of before prep will help you out a lot. You'll be able to copy and paste it from wherever onto their document, as you guys will both have access. After that, just make sure that you let the student know what standard you're going to be working on and how that is going to help them out. So we're working on this standard because it's a priority standard and it helps you with a bunch of different ones. Or we're working on Central Idea because it's very important and it will affect your scores in ELA, in history, in science, and math. So it's really important that we focus on these because it's going to get us the most results. Again, you're going to create goals with them. They can be specific to the standard, like maybe I'm going to get 80% of the RP3 questions correct. Or it could be overall, I'm going to get this percentage on the Benchmark 2 assessment. This will be your big area where you want to make a growth mindset statement with them. Really hit the framing with them. This is an important thing. You can do this. You can be an agent of change for your community. And teaching them how they can use the progress tracker. They will again have time to do this at the end of each of the tutoring sessions. So they should be filling this out independently so that they're ready to meet with you by your data tracking meeting. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Danny, Cindy, Nevi, or myself, Gil. And we would love to help you problem solve anything. If you have any suggestions, please reach out as well. Thank you.